in college, yeah, you know they can't stop it. In college, yeah, you know we gon' pop it. In college, yeah, you know they can't stop it. In college, yeah, you know we ain't pop it. Yeah, 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 yeah. In college, yeah, you know they can't stop it. In college, yeah, you know we gon' pop it. In college, yeah, you know they can't stop it. In college, yeah, you know we gon' pop it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome to Heem College, class in session.
What's good, Slim? Man, as promised, man, I'm back with another video for y'all this week, man. I told y'all I'm at least get y'all one video per week, maybe more. But today we working on a waiver. We're gonna do a high temp, a wave cut with enhancements. I'm gonna let y'all see step by step at exactly what I do, man. And the first thing we always do is comb the hair out, whether he got waves or bush, sometimes curls, you know, depending on the situation. But when it comes to these waves, you want to always comb them out and try to get them to lay as flat as possible. As y'all can see, it's a little space in between his waves. That comes from numerous things, such as like not brushing enough. Most importantly, probably the most common reason why that is, it's just a not brushing as much as, you know, a real wave would do. Cause you know how you see some people, they man, their hair is perfect. So the other reason would be like his hair texture. The softer hair texture, they kind of tend to have like spaces in between them, but you're gonna have to just ignore those for the most part. But combing them definitely help out with that. But without further ado, let's get right into it. My man said he wanted to take his hair down to a 3, but when he said 3, it didn't take nothing off. So I'm like, look, let me do a 2.5, which is a 2 guard open. Some people might call this a 3 when you put the 2 on top of the one blade. So, but we go by guards, of course. That's the way I learned. That's the way I show y'all. So this is a 2 guard open, which I call a 2.5. And as y'all can see, man, you wanna cut those waves with the grain. You never wanna cut I'm not gonna say never, cause some people do, but me, when it come to waves, man, I'm cutting with the grain. And all those light spots you see, that comes from not enough brushing or just his hair texture. Cause y'all can see he got a soft hair texture, and he has absolutely zero products in his hair. So man, I always go in by getting his hair down to a nice even length where I'm comfortable with, which is a 2.5 on this one. Again, he requested a 3, but this one of my long-time clients from when I first started, so he pretty much trusts me, trust my recommendation. So you always want to build that relationship with your clients, so they trust what you say. I tell y'all, a lot of times people come in and say, oh, I want this guard, I want that guard, but they don't really know. They don't even have any they don't even have too much knowledge when it comes to barbering to really tell you what guard they want. That's just something they might have heard on another video or something of that nature. So if it's a new client, again, and they tell me which guard they want, I always go a little bit higher, because I can cut a little bit more hair down, but I can't, of course, put the hair back once I cut it. So that's why I always go up a little bit high. But now that we got his hair to a nice length, we're gonna go in with that temp fade. And I'm gonna fade all the way down with this high temp, because I want to make sure I don't go up too high into his waves. So after I put his ball line in, I'm gonna start to debulk with that 2 guard open. The same guard that I used to take his hair down with, that's when I'm gonna debulk them areas. And remember, when you debulking and you cutting waves, well, actually right here I'm taking the 2 guard closed, because remember, it was open for the top, but the sides and the neck is gonna always, you know, blend a little lower. So I always go a little bit lower around the edges, which is like behind the ear, the neck, the side, just so it give it a, you know, a more clean look. So yeah, that's just a technique that I use. And remember, guys, I never claim to be the best barber in the world, but I do want to teach everyone what I know so far. Everything that I've learned so far becoming a barber. And again, I'm 3 years in. This is going into my 3rd year as a barber. And the techniques that I'm showing you guys, I wish someone would have showed me. So right now I'm going in with that 2-guard open, with and against the grain, just to lighten up that dark area, that transition from his waves into the fade. Alright, so we just debulking this area here, and in the debulking process, it makes the fading process a lot easier, instead of just trying to fade and then debulk. Like, I want to see, okay, I don't want to go past this wave, I don't want to go past this length, and I do that by debulking. So now I'm taking my 1-guard open. Remember, we went 2-guard from open to close. Now we're gonna go 1-guard from open to close, and I'm going almost as high as the 2, but not quite. So that 1-guard is going to be like the first stage into fading, and as you can see, it's already having a smooth transition. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see all those lines. You don't have to fade with lines and guidelines, and that's sometimes unnecessary. So in those cases, when you don't want to, you know, have those guidelines, you just fade down. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go from 2, 1 into 0, then no guard. It's that simple. So right now we going from 1-guard open to close. Sometimes you might see me go with the grain and hit those dark spots, and sometimes you're going to see me go against the grain. When I'm going with the grain, I'm mostly just like debulking and blending into the fade. Okay, so as y'all can see, I'm going from open to close. And it's no, like, you know how some people, oh, you do this area here, that area, man. Listen, you're gonna have to gain an eye for these fades, man, because different hair fades differently, you know. So it's no specific way, but this way here you should be able to use on any texture, any fade, any part of the head, which is fading down. And after we finish with that 1-guard, we're gonna go with the 0-guard. Now that 0-guard, we're gonna use that to blend out most of the area at the bottom of the fade, because as you can see already, the fade is kind of already in there. But what I'm doing now is using that 2-guard. I must have seen a little dark spot where I felt like I can knock it down with the 2 first. I always try with a higher guard. Then as you can see now, I went back to the 1 to debulk that area. But never go with the low guard to try to debulk, because if you make it too light, you can't go back. Alright, so I don't want to talk too much and confuse you guys. Now I'm going in with my 0-guard open, and I'm just going up a little under that 1-guard. And if you ask me, like I always tell y'all, this is the easiest way to fade. It's no easier way to me personally. It's no easier way, because you don't have to worry about taking any line, putting any lines in or taking any lines out, except for that bottom guideline. And I'm going to show you guys how easy that's going to be. I'm continuing to go from open to close with that 0-guard. These techniques are going to speed up your fade time drastically. And now I'm going in with no guard. As you see, I'm going a little bit under the 0-guard. And it's that simple and easy to fade, guys. Fading is just counting either 0 to 2 or 2 to 0. But you follow those steps, open to close, you guys will be fading in no time. It's no easier way. Again, if you guys got an easier way, post a video, tag me in it, and teach me. Because right now, this is the easiest way. And remember, guys, you always gonna fade into that beard. You never want to leave that beard just straight across. And believe it or not, just at this level here, a lot of people will pay you what you want to cut their hair. So I'm not gonna say a specific price, but bro, you get your face at least looking like that, man, you gonna make a killing in this industry. And I don't really like talking about the money pot like I always say, but we doing this for the love, but we also doing this for the money, man. So don't get it confused. I'm trying to teach you guys how to make some money. If I would have found videos this descriptive when I was first starting out, I probably would have been a lot better, even faster. Alright guys, so this is the neck fade. I'm going in with that one guard open to debulk that neck area because I already took the two guard closed to debulk. So and you always have to be aware of most wavers, they're gonna have that line right there in the back, like under his waves. That's due to his do-rag. That line right there that I'm showing you guys, they're gonna always have that line, and you want to try to keep that fade a little under that if possible. But his isn't as bad as a lot of people that I've seen. And as y'all can see, man, those blue DLC blades, I believe, for Babblers, man, them things are hitters. Once you get them set to a good gap, man, them things gonna hit, and they don't hurt, they don't scratch. You can cut the neck, under the neck, the sidebars, they don't leave any scars, as you can see. And as I put that guideline in straight, I had to go back and go underhand just so that line don't be a pain to get out at the end. So that's why I went back and erased that line that I put in with that, just to get it over with. Well, get it, you know what I mean, just to get it, make it a lot easier to come out. Now we are debulking with that two guard from open to close. We just trying to blend that area in the same exact way we did on the side high temp. We just debulking. And guys, I mean, I didn't do this neck fade extremely fast, and this is real time here. I didn't speed it up because at the end of the day, you don't want to have to rush and move fast and skip steps and just to try to, you know, lower your cut time. No, you want to do these steps as slow as possible, and as you go, you'll start to speed up. So this is like my regular speed that I use while cutting here. And I'm going in now with that one guard open to blend into that two guard that we were just debulking with. And you want to just try to keep it under that do-rag line if possible, because that's normally where their waves start. Okay, but as you can see, I'm kind of blending that back area in to kind of transition into that side fade. Me personally, now I don't like leaving that area too dark because it's something about it. It makes it almost like it's a line. It creates like a bad transition. But as you can see, I'm cutting and I'm combing. That's what you want to do. You want to cut a little bit, then comb the hair down. Because once you comb the hair down, the area looks different than if you just cut and keep going without combing. When you comb down, it lets you see, like, you know, what you really working with. All right. So we going in with that one guard open to close, and we just debulking, fading down. This is my favorite way to fade. Once I figured this out, I said, oh yeah, honestly, there's no need to fade any other type of way. And as you can see, I can see that dark area there, which I'm going to go back and attack it just to try to lighten it up just a little more. So again, when you debulking, you always go up to a high guard. So I put that 2 guard back on there and closed it just to make sure I got all of that here before I go in with the 1 guard, because I didn't want to go in with the 1 guard first and then create another line or too light of an area. So now that I went in with the 2, now I can go in with the 1 guard and attack that same area and feel comfortable in knowing that, okay, I'm not gonna cut too much hair off because I just used the 2. So if I use the 1 open, which is similar to a 1.5, I know it's not gonna do too much damage, because all I'm trying to do is just lighten the area just a little bit. And guys, you want to try to get it as close to perfect as possible, but you know, nothing's perfect. Just like us, we not perfect, we human, so it might not be perfect. And you know, some people, if they are trying to get the perfect fade, and they can just take their time and get it. But right now we're cutting, and I still have another client in about 30 minutes, because this is a 45-minute cut, so it shouldn't take me more than 45 minutes or it's going to set me behind on my schedule. So you gotta learn these techniques, and you have to do them in a timely manner if you're a booked up client. And if you're not booked up back to back, man, me personally, I say take as long as you need on a cut, because the better the outcome, the better your chances are getting either a return client or a referral from this client. So always remember, your clients are like your walking promotion. They like your walking billboards. I got so many clients from people saying, hey bro, I stopped the guy, he said you cut his hair, he gave you your number, and then they end up being a lifetime client. I have at least more than I can probably count of clients just based off of them seeing another client's haircut. Like I can't stress that enough. Don't send your clients looking out crazy. But yeah, guys, I went in with that no guard lever open, and now I'm going in with that 0 guard from open to close. I believe I just went in with the 1 guard. Now I'm going in with the 0 guard, because you want to always, again, when you're trying to lighten up an area, use a guard bigger than you think you actually need, just to be safe, right? And as you can see, slowly but surely, that last line is going to fade out. And once that last line fade out, man, we're gonna be pretty much done that neck fade. I'm gonna go back in, of course, and try to hit the dark areas that I see. But you guys you just wanna make sure you got that transitional fade look. No one fades exactly the same. No one cuts look exactly the same. You wanna just, learn these techniques and create your own style and your own way of cutting. Cause that's basically what I did. I saw someone fade down, and I said, okay, let me put my own twist on it, and I came up with this way. You honestly don't want to be just like anyone. You want to be like yourself. Unless you look at this person and you say, man, I want to do my fade, I want my cuts to look just like that. Now then you might want to try to do exactly what they do. But other than that, man, you guys learn these techniques and then come up with your own style. And as y'all can see, it's still like a line in that area. So I went in back with that 1 guard again, just to try to get a little bit more hair from there. But it's hard because it's like they created a line and like a row there, and it kind of almost look like a permanent line. But it's your job as a barber to just try to correct as many errors as you see in a haircut. And again, you're not going to be able to make everything perfect, because we are not perfect beings. You can try to get close to it, but someone's going to always have something to say about your cuts. And again, guys, I tell y'all all the time, I'm learning every day. I'm learning how to, better my cuts, my fading techniques. So when I finish editing this video, I might go on YouTube and watch another person's video just to see if it's something on there that I can learn and add into my repertoire. So again, you guys aren't the only ones looking up YouTube videos and learning how to cut. I literally learned how to cut from YouTube, watching people like 360 Jeezy, which y'all know y'all probably watch, and a couple other barbers that I learned from. But on this side, I'm gonna do this fade a little quicker. This is oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this blue blade right here. Man, these things hit, and as you can see, I didn't shave the blade out none, and it's just hitting like fresh out the box. But it's gonna take some time to get your trimmers to hit perfectly how you want them. You have to work on those type of things. You're not gonna just be good at zero gapping your clippers if you're not taking the time to learn and, you know, practice on yourself or practice with your own clippers. But yeah, guys, this side I'm not gonna use that exact step that I did on the other side in the neck fade, because I'm just cutting here. I'm not trying to show you guys step by step. But I definitely want to tap in with y'all, man, and ask y'all how y'all feeling, man. How y'all mental health going, man. Y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know if y'all feeling good. If you need to talk, y'all know my DM. Hit my DM. We could talk, man. Whatever y'all going through, I'm here for y'all. If it's something that I can help y'all with, listen, man, I'm all ears. I ain't rich, so don't be hitting me talking about no crazy money and stuff like that. I ain't rich, but I got a little bit knowledge and maybe a couple other things that I can offer you guys. And man, that back right there was so bright. I just noticed it once I looked at the camera. I'm like, oh, let me turn that light down. So once I turned that light down, it gave it kind of a more warmer feeling to the video. I'm still learning the lighting techniques and all that stuff, guys. So y'all already know. Just bear with me. Y'all know my voiceovers. I don't do any do-overs. I go straight through. No matter if I stumble, no matter if I say something I don't really want to say. Y'all saw my last video. I was crying a little bit. I dropped a few tears, but I kept it raw with y'all like I always do, man. I tell y'all all the time, I'm gonna keep it jiggy with y'all, man. I'm not going to sell y'all no dreams. I'm not no superstar. I'm not rich. I'm a working man just like y'all are, man. So yeah, man, we can learn a lot from each other. But y'all tap in. Let me know how y'all mental health feeling. Let me know how your barber career going. Let me know if it's something specific that y'all want me to go over that I didn't mention in this video or one of my previous videos. And y'all already know how I do. If you made it this far in the video, you pretty much gang already. You pretty much family. So hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you made it this far through the video, hit that subscribe button for me, y'all. We trying to go up. We trying to go upper. Y'all already know what I say and what I do. I'm not switching it up. I'm trying to be as repetitive as I can so you guys it'll become second nature to you guys. But yeah, man, we pretty much done this side of the fade. It didn't take too much time at all. Now I'm gonna just go in and just try to blend those dark areas and try to, you know, make that transition look as smooth as possible, guys. And that's all it's about, man. Getting that nice fade on there, and once you put the line on it, it's gonna make everything pop. That's the trick. Don't half-ass the fade, but trust me, once you put a line on it, it's gonna stand out a lot more. And after we finish that fade, we gonna definitely go in and blend that beard in just a little bit, because we don't want that thing just sitting there looking crazy with a line over top of it. That screams like rookie barber or self-cut from a guy that isn't really taking this, you know, barbering or haircut serious. So yeah, make sure you blend the top of that beard in, guys.
Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Mr. Incredible, 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 Mr. Incredible.
Alright, yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm back. Had to talk to wifey for a second, but I'm back, guys. Now here, guys,
Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr.
I believe you guys gonna bet y'all gonna see me add the holding spray. I always add holding spray to the waves because it helped me lay the hair down and it helps lock the waves in. And I add just a little around the edges. He always washes his hair before he come. His hair is always clean, so I normally don't have to use alcohol or the hot towel on him because his skin and hair is always clean. These are the type of clients that I really appreciate. I don't take for granted. They come prepared. They make my job a lot easier, so I try my best to do what I can to accommodate them guys for that. But yeah, man, you want to put some holding spray on it and just take your hand and wipe it down. And as you can see, those waves are going to start to stand up. And he has the way his hair front grow is really crazy. I remember the first day he came to me, he was like, bro, I just need you to try to help me with my hairline because, man, all the barbers, bro, they be butchering my hairline. They push it back. So over the last year or two, man, I've been working on just getting his hairline a lot more balanced, and as you can see, it doesn't look as crazy as it once was. Like now that I've been cutting him, and that's why it's important, guys. Don't keep switching your barber. Don't keep going to different barbers because the way your hair is cut, it'll grow back in a certain way. So you don't want to keep switching barbers, having this person cut it this way, then you come back to me, your hairline is all crazy. Now I have to try to fix it on the next barber. So just try to stick with your barber, guys. Don't be barber hopping around. And as y'all can see, man, these trimmers are hitting. If you want to know exactly how I set my blades, go down my page, go down the video and find a zero gapping the zero gapping video that I made, and I'll show you guys exactly how I zero gap. But the secret to it is try to get that bottom blade almost flush with the top. No, keyword that I use, almost. Don't make them even because then they'll cut you. But if you can find that sweet spot where that bottom blade is right under that top blade, that's how you get them to hit comfortably. And you can use them on the neck, the face, the mustache. It won't whelp them up or irritate the skin. And like lately, like behind the ear, it's been one of my favorite spots to do because I've noticed once I put that line behind the ear and it curves right, it just make that fade and that line stick out a lot more. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, guys, from here on out, you want to see me just lining up the cut from here. And as you can see, that blade, that fade is in there. That fade in there. Now it's time to just put the last pieces to the puzzle, which is going to be the lineup, enhancements, and that razor work. And I didn't get the best angle when it came to me using the razor, but I did try my best to let you guys see, see how it comes out with the razor.
Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible.
And I could have done a little better job on a beard fading it in, which I'm just now seeing. Sometimes it looks different on camera than it does in real time. So yeah, man, don't beat yourself up about things that you could have did better when it's already done. Just make sure on your next cut you keep that in mind and you try to, correct those errors in your next cut. But as you guys can see, them things hitting is leaving a white line without me using any chalk or razor. This is simply just some holding spray, clean skin, and the trimmers. Having properly set trimmers is a cheat code into this game. Knowing how to set your clippers is a cheat code. Okay? You can't be a mechanic and you don't know how to hold tools. You don't know how to adjust your tools and stuff. Like whatever profession you're in, you want to know how to almost take your tools apart, or if you work on engines, you have to know how to take the engine apart and put it back together. You have to know exactly how the engine works in order for you to fix it. And it's similar with the clippers. You have to understand how they work and what you need, and that's how you understand what you need and how to get that out of the clippers. That's just knowing your tools. Don't be scared to take your tools apart and, you know, mess around with them. Check out the, you know, the motors, the battery, the blades. Like, get comfortable with them, because you never know when you might have to take them apart. You never know when you might have to go buy some trimmers, you know, fresh out the store, and you have an emergency surprise cut somewhere and you need them trimmers to hit. You have to know how to set your trimmers, especially, guys. Now with the clippers, now your clippers really don't have to be zero gap. I like the zero gap my clippers because it helps me get that bottom line out, but your clippers don't have to be zero gap. But your trimmers, bro, every one of my trimmers are zero gap and they hit us. Now I got some that hit a little harder than others that I know, like, I might not want to use those on him because his skin whelps up easy. So I like my wall high V's, those hitters. Like, you really gotta be ready for them. Some people be like, those sharp, but they not that sharp. But you sometimes you can feel like a little pinch out of them. So I don't use them as much as I used to, only because I know every client can't handle, you know, that type of sharpness. But then you got some people, especially the older guys and the darker clients, for some reason their skin is like a little bit tougher, so they can kind of handle it better than like you having a light skinned client that turn red easy and whelps up easy. You don't want to use no super hitters on them. But now I'm going in with the vertical bar, guys, and look how that line is standing out, guys. Y'all see me? I'm not using no pencil. Just a straight trimmer. And notice how his hairline already's giving me like a line to follow, because he only comes to me. He don't go to another barber that's gonna push his line back and have it growing back in funny, or having this line unbalanced. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna nah, just stick to your barber. If you like how he cut, then go back to him. It's gonna make him and your job a lot easier. And when you lining up, guys, you don't want to push them back, but you have to go up. Like, you have to go up on a shape up. That's why it's called a shape up and not a shape down, because you going up on a hairline. And that's how you create a line that's gonna last. If you just try to keep every little baby hair, the next day, once they bust their hair, 2 days later, the shape up is gonna be gone. So you want to go back just enough to where it's not looking funny when it's growing back, but you have to take some hair off. If your client is going balding, I promise you it's not from you. The client is going bald because they're going bald. It's hereditary. If I cut your hair off and your hair is healthy and it grows healthy, it's gonna grow back. So that's another thing. Clients, stop saying that your barber is the reason your hairline is receding. It's not. I promise you. 95% of the time, it's not your barber that's making your hairline recede. It's probably your dad, your father, or his father. You know, my hair, my line is thinning out just a little bit. I add some enhancements, I'm cool, but I know for a fact I won't be pushing my line back in this well, I do kind of push mine back because I have to. But yeah, man, you guys not going bald and thinning because of your barber. It's just your genes. Okay, so now that we off that, I'm just trying to balance that line out as much as possible. And the way you really get an idea of if it's straight, you turn them around to the mirror. The mirror is not going to lie to you. If it looks slanted or crooked or a wave here in the mirror, it's really a wave there. It's really slanted. So just make sure you guys keep that in mind. If you're not sure, this might be off, just point them to the mirror. And remember, when you get into that to the end of the line where you connecting it to the vertical bars, you have to make sure that your trimmers are angled the same way on both sides. You can't have one end tilting up and a one end tilting down. That's how you create that unbalanced look. So just make sure you holding your trimmers the same angle. Make sure you attacking those points at the same angle, or the line is gonna look wobbly. And as you can see, my guy really don't need enhancements, but he like enhancements. So we gonna add a little finesse on there for him. He tired. He kept saying, "Man, I'm about to doze off. I've been up all night." I'm like, "Man, listen, you can doze off, but don't move your head, goddamn." I told y'all, some people know how to go to sleep and just hold their head up. Those type of clients, I don't care if you doze off. But if you know I'm right here trying to create a masterpiece, man, don't keep dozing and nodding off. And I get it. Y'all told me up in the comments last time saying they get sleepy. They did. Man, make sure you got some rest before you go to the barber shop. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. You can't stay up for 30 minutes. Nah, don't blame that on me. And yeah, guys, we just adding a little enhancements here. Not a lot. Just a little something. And the enhancements just bring the cuts together, man. I was definitely one of those guys before I started barber. Man, y'all using the black spray, y'all using that. But once you actually understand the art of it, yeah, that's one of the best things created. You have women using all this type of makeup, eyelashes, eyeshadow, blush, all this crazy stuff, but y'all beating men up for using a little bit of spray on their hairline. Like, give us a break, bro. And the men that do it, y'all remind me of females. Like, stop worrying about what another man doing to his head. Y'all in the comments, oh, you use this, you use that. Bro, why are you jealous? You either can get with it or don't. And trust me, it's not a lot of barbers that's just going around spraying people that don't want the spray. It's plenty of cuts that I post on my page. Go to my Instagram. I got plenty of cuts where I don't use enhancements. So all the enhancements, FBI, man, stay away. You guys are not welcome nor needed, if I'm being honest. And once again, guys, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Just drop a comment, even if it's just an emoji. You want to ask me something, drop it in the comments. I got you. And we adding some slight fibers to his cut, man, just to try to fill that hairline all the way in. I usually don't use it on the sides much, but I use it for that top line mostly. And after you use them fibers, you want to always go back and add some holding spray so those fibers won't just fall off once he go outside or lay down. You don't have to be too much, but just add a little bit. Then you take your dryer and you just smooth it out just a little bit, just to lay the hairs back down. And after you add enhancements, you always go back with your trimmers and just touch that line up. If you see something wobbly out of place, you can kind of correct it doing this process right here. And my favorite part of cutting, guys, is the shape up part. It's the line up. Man, that's my favorite part of cutting. It really shows your skills, and it really brings the cut together. I have a couple clients. I think I cut some. Oh yeah, I cut my client's son last week, and he was about 3 or 4, so he didn't want him to get a shape up, and that's understandable. Like some kids, you don't need their hairline still growing in. You don't need to add a line, but grown men not getting a shape up, I don't know, it's something about it that kind of irks my nerves, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But again, you guys want to watch how those trimmers are hitting. You don't need no white chalk. You really don't need a razor blade, but the razor cleans up the small hairs that's there, and it gives you like an extra day or two in your cut. So I always use a razor on every single cut, unless it's a baby, and sometimes I use a razor on them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You just, when it's a younger kid, you don't pull the skin that much. You only stretch it just enough so the blade can glide. The more you pull the skin, the shorter and deeper you're cutting the hair. And that's how you get razor bumps. So make sure you don't over pull the skin even for adults, because that's how you get razor bumps. And I learned that by studying the PSI book from taking my test, my barber test. I was reading one day and I saw it. I was like, wow, that's good knowledge. So guys, even if you don't plan on getting your license, or just still go over those books and those questions and try to study, because you can learn a lot by taking your test. Do I recommend you getting your license? Yes, it's gonna save you a lot of hassle, and you can do more, and it brings more opportunity once you're a licensed barber. But do I think you're a better barber because you have a license? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So don't let that license go to your head and make you think you better than somebody because you got a license and they don't. Because I know plenty of people that cut better without a license than people with a license, if you know what I mean. So the license don't make or break you. I know plenty of plumbers, HVAC technicians, and they not licensed, but they know their work, they know the craft. And again, do I recommend you getting certified and getting your license? Yes, I do. I definitely recommend that. But as you can see, guys, I'm going in with that razor now. I'm sorry I got the logo in the way, but yeah, that kind of blew me. But yeah, guys, I'm just letting you see I'm being very gentle. Make sure you being very gentle with that razor blade. You don't have to drag it all the way across his head. Just make sure you hit those lines. And that's how I get that white chalk line. Really, is from the razor blade. Once you got a fresh blade on there, it's gonna hit. And you do the same thing with the beard. You pull the skin to get that curve, because the razor is straight. So the way you curve it is by pulling the skin up a little further, and that's going to create the curve effect. But I remember when I didn't know how to hold my razor, man, I used to get so frustrated. I used to be jealous when I see people that know how to hold their razor properly, because I didn't. I forgot how I used to hold it now that I got it. It's been a while, but yeah, man, my guy Jay, he used to tell me, man, you're going to have to learn how to hold your razor for your test, man, so you might as well start practicing. I'm like, all right, man. But yeah, once you get that down pat, guys, man, it brings the cut together. That's why I always use the razor. And if the client or you don't like that white line look, once you wipe them off with the aftershave or the alcohol, that's going to come right off. So yeah, that's just like a photo op, or it lasts for a few hours, maybe a day, until your hair gets moist, and then that line's gonna go away. But most of my clients, they like that fresh look. Most of my clients like the way that I cut, so they like, pretty much everything that you see me do. My clients like it. They've been coming to me for years now, so yeah. Don't be in there talking about, oh, why you do this, that, man. Listen, I'm a well-known barber in my city. I'm booked, and people obviously see my cuts and my content before they come to me, so they know what they're getting. If it's something they don't like, I just don't do it. I have a lot of clients who don't use enhancements. I have a few clients that say, hey, I don't like the white line or the white chalk, and I move accordingly. But yeah, guys, make sure you getting that razor work in. Your cut is not complete if you don't use that razor. You have to use the razor on your state board test. So yeah, get comfortable with that razor. I learned just off of humans and not like a balloon, but just practice on whatever you want. And after you done with that razor, guys, that's it. Just the final look. This is how you do a perfect high temp fade on a waver. You don't want to fade too high into the waves, because you don't want to cut their waves off. They hate that. But I catch y'all on the next one, man.